Did you know when I was little, I went to Disneyland and almost died on Splash Mountain? Let's Chicle Chat about it.
Chicle!
Welcome to Chicle Chat. It's your boy Chicle. I know, it feels very weird that I'm posting a video on a Saturday instead of a Friday, but you know what? I heard about Splash Mountain closing last weekend, and I just felt like I just had to share a very serious yet stupid funny story about when I almost died at the age of 6 or 7 on Splash Mountain at Disneyland. Right? Like, what the heck? If you guys haven't heard, Splash Mountain has officially closed on January 22nd, and they're actually turning it into a Princess and the Frog ride. And I just want to let you guys know, before we continue with this video, just a disclaimer, I'm not going to talk about opinions about the controversy behind the ride or anything related to stuff. I'm just listing out the facts and just sharing the story. But if you have opinions about the ride, you know, the comments are here. Your words, your message, your text, not mine, all right? Whatever's in the comments below, that's out of my control. So you can say whatever you want. But I just want you guys to know, I'm not going to share my opinions about, you know, my thoughts about the controversy behind the ride or anything. I'm just listing out the fact that they're just changing Splash Mountain, which has been around in Disneyland for like over 30 years, into something new. Which, I mean, Princess and the Frog is popular, you know, for Disney. So, I mean, they needed something for Princess and the Frog, and I mean, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is it kind of like my thought about, you know, the Tower of Terror being a Guardian of the Galaxy ride or something? That's a different topic. But anyway, I wanted to share my story because that is what this video is about. So my family and I went to Disneyland when I was about like 6 or 7 years old during the spring, and we were there for like about a week, I want to say. Because it was the first time I have ever been to Disneyland. It's a magical place. Like, we went there a few times. I mean, who has never been to Disneyland? If you've never been to Disneyland, then you need to go to Disneyland. Anyway, when's the next time I'm going to Disneyland? Anyway, so we go on a bunch of rides. We go to different parts of Disneyland and California Adventures. And one day, we went to Frontierland where they had, like, the ferry and stuff. And then they have, like, the iconic Splash Mountain. And so I didn't know anything about Splash Mountain at all. My sister Bailey, she said that she wants to go on Splash Mountain. And my mom says that you can go on the ride as long as you bring your brother with you. And so my sister took me and my dad to Splash Mountain. We were waiting in line. We had the fast pass or something where you just cut through or something. I just remembered I was about to get on this log without asking what this ride was. The ride had, of course, like 5 people in there. So, like, I was at the very front. Bailey was sitting behind me. There were this 2 people. I think there were a couple. They were sitting behind Bailey. And then my dad was at the very back. It was a very weird sitting arrangement because my sister and I were separate from my dad with these 2 people. It was like the weirdest thing ever. It was super random. So, of course, we go through Splash Mountain throughout the ride. Of course, it's a water ride, so we just get wet and stuff. We just splash through these little bumps and whatever. Like, it was like, oh, it's a kid's ride. You know, that's what I thought in my head. And, of course, you know, Splash Mountain was based off Song of the South, which I have no knowledge about, didn't know anything about. I just remember that Zippity Doo-Dah was, like, the most memorable thing about it because of how catchy the song is. But anyway, we go through the ride, and of course we go inside the mountain, and there's like a bunch of animatronics, you know, like the characters and stuff, which I don't even know the names of the characters. Like, is it Beer Rabbit or something? I don't know. But anyway, we go through this ride, and it goes on and on and on, and then we sit and wait because, you know, it's a big ride, and there's other people on logs, and they're going through the ride and stuff. And I remember there were some parts with, like, the fox and the bear that kind of freaked me out a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I don't like this, because the fox kind of creeped me out the most. This is 6-year-old Chicle, all right? And so then we get to the part where things get dark, and things start to slow down. And then we feel the log just going up and just slowly rising. And I see 2 vultures. Like, I thought that was a sign of death. Like this is the last day I'm gonna live on the planet, and it's ironic that it's at the happiest place on earth. And then I see like a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm thinking, holy crap, this is a huge roller coaster ride. We're about to go down. But before then, there was something on the side where like there was like a projection of like the shadow of the fox where like there was like the rabbit tied up and everything, and that part pretty much freaked me out. As we're getting close to the top, I noticed there was like a staircase or something where like employees get through, like up and down the ride or something. I was able to slip out of the bar that holds, you know, like the safety bar, you know, and I just stood up as we're about to drop. And I say, I'm getting off this ride. And so as I stood up, my dad freaked out. And remember, I said that my dad was sitting at the very back of the ride. And you could see the look on my mom's face holding my little sister, who was like 3 years old back then, just like screaming, oh my God! And so as the log was about to tip, my dad, okay, by the way, my dad is this big dude, and he just lunges over, almost crushing the couple in front of him, almost hits Bailey in the head just to grab my shirt and pull me down as this ride just goes down. Oh my gosh, like the way how the ride is designed, like if I just stood up and just went down, I felt like a 6-year-old Chicle would have died. You know what I'm saying? We go through the ride and they're all singing zippity doo dah. I'm just like also going just crying because I just hated it so much. Oh my gosh, that was just like a very, not my brightest moment. That also could have been my last day. I don't know. Then we came back to Disneyland like about, what, 5-6 years later. I was like 12-ish years old. And then we go on Splash Mountain again, and I just remembered, like, why was I scared of this ride again? So, like, we just went through Splash Mountain again the second time we went to Disneyland, like, 6 years later. Like, what was that whole thing about, like, 6 years ago? Like, it was so weird. And now it's 2023, and they officially closed the ride, and it was pretty sad, but I just wanted to share a good memory. Wait, I shouldn't say good. It was just a memory. I don't know. So anyway, that's my story. So anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. And again, the ride is going to be closed. And around late 2024, we're going to have like a Princess and the Frog theme of like Princess Tiana's Bayou. If we ever go to Disneyland again, we'll probably check that ride out or something. We'll see how it is. But anyway, that is pretty much it for today's video. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. And also hit the notification bell so you can be notified when there's another Chicle Chat episode. We post a video every other Friday. So not this upcoming Friday, but the following Friday, we're going to post a Chicle Chat vlog. And anyway, guys, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Right.